All right, I just want to make this real quick. So, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry they announced like a couple days ago they're withdrawing their duties from the royal family. And being part of the British royal family, you have to at least conduct over 2,000 official engagements, and from the UK and worldwide. And that may consist of garden parties, receptions, recreation centers, weddings, and they do and the visit of the armed forces. Now they pretty much they assist the monarchy of Queen Elizabeth II, who is 93 years old, and also too it was a member who served in World War II, believe as well, and she was the only woman that's still currently living in Britain that served in World War II. And they do a lot of things, catering to the military. It's a lot of ceremonies. It's pretty much like working a 9 to 5, but of course you have a more great of benefits, and it's more like just a little bit better. I won't say better, but the same responsibility and authority as the Parliament, which is Boris Johnson right now. But just really thinking about this, and Meghan Markle, she insists that she wants to be financially independent. Now let's get back into this. Now Prince Harry, he's already inherited a lot of money. I mean, at the end of the day, the Medicare, everything is paid for. I mean, money, you have that endlessly. This is something that you inherit, and when you have children, you continuously to keep the bloodline flowing. It's like a generational thing that would never end, long as the UK is still a viable independent country. And people was a lot shocked, and I kind of was a little bit too. But then again, you have to understand Meghan Markle is an actress. She was a proven actress back then, and she probably felt like, I'm just marrying Prince Harry. I've been here for a few years. I think it's just time for me to move on and find my own identity and do something that I want to do. I think she wants to pretty much move more towards the entrepreneurship of life. And the reason I said is because the fact that someone who gives up just the whole the inheritance, everything that's given to you, all you have to do is just carry out the duties and assist the monarchy. But it's like you want to go to a different country, move. I believe she's headed towards Canada. It's Kevin Trudeau, I believe, who's the prime minister there, or the president of Canada, and she's gonna start something new. I mean, use the money that she already inherited. She's like, hey, we got the baby. We're just gonna do something new and pave our own way. And I believe that's the only mindset she may have. It could be a little bit different. Prince Harry just went along with it, or it's the fact that people say Meghan Markle might be setting up Prince Harry for a divorce, get his money, then she's gonna live her life that she always wanted to do, and she's just using Prince Harry as a come up, which I kind of beg to differ on that, because she already had a career. She was a very prominent person back then, but at the same time, just withdrawing the duties. We don't know what goes on behind closed doors. You know, if the politics that goes into it, just something that maybe is going on behind the scenes that she may disagree with. She may disagree with some of the things armed forces are doing, or she may disagree with the management or how people in certain areas in the UK and are not prospering. Different things like that. The Brexit situation that means to be going on. It could be many different things that's going on behind closed doors that she felt like, okay, let me just go somewhere else and take my talents elsewhere. Honey, let's go. Let's create a new wave. Let's do something. I just pray that you should do something inspirational. I mean, you got all that success, the fame. People know you. You had a royal wedding, and maybe just make a family name for the royal family, and maybe convincing. They had a huge talk with Prince Henry. He was like, hey, maybe if I could just go in here and just be with my wife, we're gonna have sis and do a new mission. We leaving things behind. It's kind of, it reminds me of Confucius Buddha. Remember, he he was rich and wealthy. He lived in a wealthy family, and he wanted to know why is the fact that other poor people are suffering still here in this country that we live in, but we're just rich. So he didn't understand the perspectives of other people, why they do things, and why they're in desperate mode, and how they came in that situation. And that's when he went out and do his own thing, began to meditation, and he was homeless a little bit. He was in their shoes, and he understand and realized and got a depth meaning of life. That's my theory on it. I could be completely wrong, but I'm not going to shame Meghan Markle's decision on here. But it's a real interesting thing here. I mean, that's just like you leaving Congress and you just say, hey, I'm done. Like, the Speaker of the House just leave. Like, Nancy Pelosi just going somewhere else, and I'm just leaving. Like, you're just going to raise questions. But, you guys tell me what you guys think here with your Meghan Markle here and Prince Harry going on. I'm pretty sure TMZ is going to follow them, find some different ways. I mean, this has been going all over on this national and social media. So we got to really see, man, what's going to be happening, and their next move here. I'm really concerned about here. Well, I'm not concerned, but I know they're financially going to be okay. But being financially independent, or is she insinuating that it's not their money overall? You know what I'm saying? Like she can't spend the money that she really the way she want to go on private beaches, go on private things without the monarchy's approval. It could be something like that along the lines. It could be a contract. Who knows? Like a lot of artists that sign contracts, and at the end of the day, the record label's on like 30% of it, and all their royalties. And you're just like, what the heck? I'm making all this music and busting my butt each and every single day in the studio that's provided for me, and I get little in return. And I'm just gonna be easily replaced. So we'll see, man. It's a motive behind it, I know, but that's all I gotta say, man. It's your boy Young Lean Jr. You guys continue to like, comment, subscribe, enjoy your weekend. Let's have a discussion on this, man. You think Meghan Markle made a good decision? Go ahead and convince Prince Harry to go ahead and be, just go in and just let's go in and be financially independent. It's the fact that she didn't even want him to talk about this in front of the press, just up and left. It's interesting, man. The duties. I'm out. Deuces.